Oh, no, don't get it twisted. Shakur Stevenson says a knockout is definitely on the table and a possibility in the Oscar Valdez fight. In this video, we're going to talk about that. Now, before I get started, I notice about 50% of you have subscribed to my channel. Thank you. The other 50% that watch my videos for the past month have not subscribed. So I don't know if you forgot, if you need a reminder, or maybe YouTube unsubscribed you. But if you could subscribe to the channel, it goes a long way. And you can always unsubscribe if need be. Let's get to it. Now, follow me at Boxingego1 on Instagram. I made this for you guys. A lot of heat coming, a lot of content. This is a direct quote that Shakur Stevenson did with Fight Hype. And it says, quote, "I think the key to winning this fight is who wants it more. I feel like I want it more than him. And I feel like skills are going to play a part. I feel like I'm way more skillful than him. So I'm going to show out on April 30th. You got to look at it like he got a lot of miles taken off of his career with all those wars he's been in. I can get him out of there. That's a big possibility. I think y'all should start looking at that." So Shakur Stevenson is basically saying, don't get it twisted. I could get a knockout. You know, interesting. Very, very interesting. Because old media, you let them tell it. They say Shakur Stevenson has no pop, no power. You know, they frequently call black fighters runners and stuff like that. But Shakur Stevenson is really doing the big boy talk. He's saying, hey, don't get it twisted. Basically, the bottom line is he sounds insanely confident in his skills and ability. As far as his comment, I do agree. I personally agree. I think skills pay the bills, and you don't have to be the strongest brute force puncher, Ruslan, Provodnikov, you know, something like that to knock somebody out. A well-placed body shot. I mean, some people act completely oblivious to boxing, like they've never watched it before, or they watch it and they choose not to look at these facts. But Tim Bradley, he was the first to ever stop Brandon Rios, who was known in the boxing circles, in the boxing world, as a guy who has a chin. So how is it he's able to stop him? He stopped him because him and Teddy Atlas had a great game plan, and they went to the breadbasket, bah, bah, and it was dumping to Brandon Rios's guts. So all the, you know, food that he eats in his off season and ballooning up in weight and eating himself out of weight divisions, he couldn't take it. So as the saying goes, there's more than one way to skin a cat. I think it'll be a good fight. They're both Olympians, but I'm definitely rocking with Shakur Stevenson here. I think he is, like he just said, the more skillful guy. You look at the fight with Scott Quigg, Valdez showed heart. See, a lot of people in boxing, they don't have my mindset. So they value things like showing heart above showing smarts. And I'm not built like that. I don't like, yeah, that's cool. This man, like, you could get shot. You have a high threshold for pain. You can get punched maliciously and brute force. But over the long term, these aren't things that are good for you. And that's what Shakur Stevenson is outlining. And the fact that Shakur Stevenson is saying what he just said that I read in the quote, that shows me that young Shakur is a student of the game, because he's saying, hey, he got some mileage on him just because the way he fights, he got a lot of wars under his belt. You know what I mean? And when you fight with heart instead of smarts, your shelf life is usually shorter. Now, I'm not taking away for the fight. Oscar Valdez showed he has crazy power. He knocked out Miguel Bercho and looked good in that fight, things like that. But I agree, like even the Bercho fight, even though he was winning, I think that was probably a tough fight. You had to stay switched on. He had a fight where this Filipino cat in his hometown of Arizona, and he got dropped by the guy and then dropped the guy, and that was like a drag out war. Scott Quigg fight, the Robinson Conceição fight, he looked bad to me, and his face was all cut up at the end of the fight. So I agree. Shakur, he got to the Olympics and medaled, unlike Oscar Valdez, and I think he's the smarter fighter. He's the more cerebral fighter. He's the fighter who's oozing with confidence. So I'm looking forward to the fight. Should be a good fight. This is what makes a great matchup, when you have two guys that are hopefully confident. And all I know is Shakur Stevenson is truly confident from everything I've seen. Even in the face-off, it looked like Oscar Valdez was slightly uncomfortable. And I normally don't read too much into the face-offs, but that's just kind of what I seen. He kept looking away, and I don't know, he just looked almost like nervous or jittery type of thing. It was just a face-off, and Shakur Stevenson was like smiling and laughing, and I don't know. I just think Shakur, this is his time. You look at his last fight with Jamel Herring. We'll see how it all plays out though. So in this video, I showed you what Shakur's talking about. He's saying a knockout is definitely on the table, and that's a possibility for me to achieve. And again, this just goes against everything old media says. They say, oh, he has pillow fists, and they do all this extra stuff. But the guy who allegedly has pillow fists or no pop sounds comfortable, and he's not ruling out a knockout. He even said this: I'm leaving with both belts. Let's get it. So I understand talking is only half the battle. We'll see how it plays out April 30th. You dig? Subscribe to the channel, and I'm out. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation.